Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Saturday, August 12th, 2023. It is 9:39 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. So BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. And remember, none of this is real, not financial advice, just what I'm thinking and doing. All right, looking at the crypto universe in squares right now, we're seeing that in general, we've got a green morning. It might just be a rather active weekend. So looking at the MMRI, we're at 266. So definitely some volatility out there. Watch for dumps in the crypto market. Volume right now for Bitcoin. Let's refresh this here. Is it even over? No, right now it's not even over 1 billion in the last 24 hours. So volume is really, really slight. So do note that with the MMRI rather high, with a very, very low volume for Bitcoin last 24 hours, this is definitely whale manipulation territory. So be watchful. Right now, we're not seeing a whole lot of longs or shorts getting wrecked, mainly because it's low volume. I think nobody's exactly sure how to play it, so they're just chilling out. Although we do see a big $3 million buy here of Bitcoin on as a Binance future. So somebody definitely thinks that we're going to long. All right, looking at longs versus shorts split on Binance where the big volume is, 64% long, 35% short. So definitely a bit of a long bias with the big players. Looking at the big exchanges, how's our volume looking? In general, it's decreasing as this weekend progresses. So volume, it's low and on the way down. So once again, watch out. That makes manipulation extremely easy. Looking at Bitcoin, it's still struggling with that $30,000 ceiling. It's at 29,455. And let's check out some of the top 100 alts. Top 100 alts in general are kind of neutral, but we are seeing some stuff begin to run. Shiba Inu is definitely making a run. 4% up last 24 hours. Ton coin, TON, up 5.1%. That's not bad at all. PEPE is doing well, and so is ApeCoin. So really, SHIB and PEPE are definitely ones that we'll check out real quick. Axie Infinity, this is a very cool project. AXS is doing good, up 2.4%. So we might be, if Bitcoin can stay consolidating sideways, we definitely might see an opportunity for some alts to run. Now, be watchful because Bitcoin definitely, this low volume makes whale manipulation extremely easy. So if we drill in on a 4-hour chart here for Bitcoin, as you can see, we're beginning to turn up here. We can see the squeeze indicator. I think it's beginning. I mean, we're still on the way down, but it looks like we might be beginning to see a bit of an upturn. Directional index is still in the green. It's trending up. ADX is beginning to get a tangent volume really coming in the last couple hours, but we could see on the 4-hour chart Bitcoin begin to challenge that 4-hour moving 200 moving average, and if it does, definitely a place where it might get rejected. But we do have some room to get up there. So people that are longing are not necessarily totally in the wrong at this moment. Looking at the 45-minute chart for some immediate price action, you can see that Bitcoin definitely is making a nice balance off the 200 moving average. And people looking at the 4-hour chart are going to see that and probably think that they've got a nice run up to the 4-hour 200 moving average. So definitely we have some room to move. I'd watch the 45-minute chart and I'd keep an eye on the 4-hour chart because most likely we'll see resistance when we actually hit that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. But right now, Bitcoin's looking good. Squeeze indicator's looking good. Directional index is looking good. ADX is way down low, but it's trending up. So we're looking pretty darn hot. So if I do a ray right now, the next resistance that we're probably going to see, let me fire that off right here. Boom, just looking at the body of these candles, definitely. We have these areas of resistance that Bitcoin's going to run into along the way. We'll see if it can actually get over those or not. But be watchful. These are all places to think. So like around 29,450, 29,470. We have these areas that are definitely going to be ceilings that Bitcoin's going to run into, especially around 29,973. That's definitely an area of resistance. It's going to slow it down when it gets there. So just be watchful. We don't have that far to go on the 45-minute chart before we start hitting resistance. And of course, on the 4-hour chart, we're definitely not going to make it over that 200 moving average without a bit of a battle. So, trade carefully right now. You can see these two resistances here that we found on the 45-minute chart. And then, of course, right above that is the 200 moving average. 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is coming in right around let's see, about 29,670. So for me, if I was going to long this morning, I would probably have my take profit at around 29,600 or 650. That's probably where we'll hit resistance unless we really have a lot of upwards momentum. Looking at the dollar strength index, it closed the week just breaking the 314 moving average on the daily. Most likely, if it stays above that, as we roll into the new week, we'll probably see a challenge of the 200 moving average on that. So dollar strength index overall is trending up, which usually is downwards pressure for Bitcoin and everything else. S&P 500 up and down over the week, but ultimately on a daily chart, it's still trending down, but a good enough looking chart. Gold making a bounce. Looks like it's beginning to see a reversal, most likely. Wait for that reversal before actually getting in on that. Silver definitely below the 200 moving average on the daily chart. Don't like seeing that, but we're seeing a reversal there also. So watch for both gold and silver as we enter the new week, possibly showing confirmation of a reversal, and that might be nice. Gold's at $22.67 right now. If it starts running, definitely could see a run to about $25 before it actually started hitting major resistance. Looking at SHIB coin, everyone likes SHIB Inu. We see this beautiful 4-hour chart, upwards channel. It wicked to the top of the channel. Now it got rejected, of course. Indicators are still really strong. We got nice volume coming in, but I think I'm going to hold off on SHIB because where would you put your stop loss if you got in on it right now? We are seeing on the 45-minute chart some downwards velocity, and we're seeing the indicators begin to roll over. So wait for this guy to retrace for a while. Who knows how far it actually will retrace? And then when it does, wait for that confirmed uptrend. Right now, it just isn't really a safe bet, but I'm watching this guy because I think we're going to see definitely going into the new week, we're going to see SHIB probably do a continuation, but right now I think it's most likely going to look like this. We're probably going to see that bounce off the top of the channel, come down, and then start moving again. So I think we're kind of going to, you can just predict that, probably going to see a move like that. And of course, it's well above the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average on the 45-minute chart. So be watchful. Definitely, this is a bounce to catch as we go into the new week, but I would not quite get in right now. Doge, honestly, it's beginning to make a move up. I think it might be done retracing. I mean, play at your own risk, of course. The directional index, the squeeze indicator looks good. Directional index and ADX are looking good. That's a 4-hour chart, so it takes out some of the chop. But if we're looking at a 45-minute chart, how's it looking? Yeah, it's beginning to roll over. So wait for Doge, if you're a Doge fan, to actually wait for, I would say, a bit of a confirmed uptrend. I just don't think it's quite done retracing because SHIB and Doge kind of tend to match each other. So just be watchful. I don't think we're quite in a spot where I would hop in Doge yet, but it is looking good, but definitely it's in a retrace territory. PEPE is doing wildly well. PEPE coin, so PEPE. This guy's been given a lot back recently, as we can see here on the 4-hour chart. It's been kind of losing for a while with a little bit of upward spurts now and then, but it's just started moving pretty well, and it's challenging the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. If we can get above that, we're going to be looking good. The Madrid ribbons are now all in the green, so it's actually all the moving averages of the Madrid ribbons, or you can call it the Super Guppy indicator. It's linked to in the description. So basically, we have some nice candles by Sam, as they call it. That's the blue candle showing 3 candles or more, where the bodies are stacking. So this is really a pretty powerful chart here in the 4-hour candle. All the indicators look great, but it's finding that 200 moving average, which is definitely going to be tough to get over, especially since it's trending down. But we're seeing the tangent of the 4-hour 200 beginning to trend up. So let's look at a 45-minute chart and get a little bit more granular. See, on the 45-minute chart, it's actually looking pretty powerful. Let's look at the indicators. It's about to roll over. So it's one to watch. I definitely think that not sure about Doge, but definitely SHIB and PEPE. If we keep an eye on those, especially as we roll into the new week, wait for confirmed uptrend. And I think these might be really nice players. If you like gold and silver are probably going to have a confirmed uptrend as we go into the new week. I think silver's got a lot of potential for a couple dollars gain. Bitcoin, let's see what happens. It's moving up. The indicators are beginning to look positive, but I don't think it's going to go very far before it hits resistance. But as long as it keeps consolidating sideways, I definitely think, as you can see, sideways is what it's been doing. I think that definitely is going to open up a lot of confidence in the market for the alts to move, like SHIB and DOGE and PEPE that we're focusing on. So that's it for today, and I will we'll see how these guys set up, and I'll fill you in tomorrow.